It pains me to tell you this today. For the first time in more than 2 years, private employers cut jobs last month. For the prior 26 consecutive months, every month, employers added jobs. In other words, 26 months in a row, at the end of each of those 26 months, the country ended the month with more private sector jobs than it started with. In June, that number went down. June ended with fewer people working for private employers than there were on June 1st. To make things even worse, the May numbers were revised down. So in May, we added just 29,000 jobs. In a sense, we are in a net negative of jobs for 2 consecutive months. We had plus 29,000, followed by minus 33,000. So over the last 2 months, we have a 4,000 private sector job decline. Why did this happen? Employers are reluctant to hire due to fears of what is coming in this economy. And so we aren't seeing mass layoffs, but what we're seeing is that when people leave, when workers leave jobs, many are simply not being replaced. Companies say we're going to eliminate that position. We're not going to hire someone new to fill it. Now, there is some good news. We are seeing some wage growth. There's an expectation for 2 rate cuts this year, which the reason there is that expectation is because things aren't looking so hot, but the rate cuts should help a little bit. And like I said, we are seeing like a trickle out. It's not a layoff wave. Now, this is where Donald Trump's tariffs can really start to play a role. Remember that we are now just a week from the deadline, July 9th, for Trump's 90 deals in 90 days. We could see that completely explode an already slowing job market if indeed Trump goes, hey, we didn't actually get any deals done, all the tariffs are going into place. We would see higher import costs. This would hit American businesses that rely on foreign parts and materials, meaning they are going to need to either eat the costs or cut jobs to stay afloat. If you are a company that's already hesitant to hire or replace workers, Trump's tariffs going into effect, depending on what happens in a week, could tip the balance from we're not going to replace people that quit to we've got to actually start layoffs here. So we are now looking at this self-imposed deadline from Trump. Will he follow through with blanket tariffs or won't he? Now, I have to admit that on a personal level, when I look at the stock market, I'm glad that the stock market is stable and is not following what we are seeing right now in the job market. But there is a reasonable question. Why isn't the stock market collapsing given the warning signs that we are seeing? Well, one of the things that's going on, presumably, is investors are saying, okay, things aren't looking so hot in the job market, but now that we expect 2 rate cuts from the Fed, we can keep buying or at least not sell. But these signs of cooling are potentially a real problem. I hope that that doesn't happen. Now, one of the unfortunate things that's happening, if you're a Fox News host, is that your bragging about the economy becomes more difficult when these sorts of job numbers come in. And you've got to see what happened when the job numbers broke on Fox News.